Greater Lagos. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó àjùmọ̀ṣe ni.
Lagos, Nigeria's economic and commercial hub, has continued to experience significant population growth and urbanization. Now, this growth has numerous challenges, one of which is the notorious road traffic congestion. In a bid to address this problem and provide relief to Lagos teeming population, the government of Lagos State in 1983, during Lateef Jakande's administration, proposed a train network which was flagged off by Bola Ahmed Tinubu in his tenure as governor of Lagos State 20 years later. Now, on Monday, 4th of September, the long-awaited Metro Rail service began operations to help slash travel times and make commuting easier in the Nigeria commercial hub. The long-awaited commencement date, which has been postponed many times, is expected to provide services to at least 250,000 people daily. Wow! The Lagos Blue Rail Line services, it is believed, will reduce environmental pollution due to the fact that it will be powered by electricity. Now, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, in company of his deputy Femi Hamzat, the Lamata boss, Engineer Abimbola Akiajo, including journalists, were among the first passengers here in Marina Terminal. Welcome to another beautiful episode of Greater Lagos. My name is Lucy Nyambi, your anchor on the show. On today's episode, we will be exploring the significant impacts of the Lagos Blue Rail services and highlighting its benefits and future prospects. Let's take a ride.
Greater Lagos. Greater Lagos.
The fact that Lagos has been plagued by severe traffic congestion, resulting in increased commute times and frustration, cannot be overemphasized.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. The train that is scheduled to leave this morning will be taking off from the Marina Station. It will have a first stop at the National Art Theatre Station.
The Lagos Blue Rail, according to the government, has the potential to revolutionize the way people commute in Lagos. This extensive mass transit system holds a significant promise in addressing the city's worsening traffic congestion and boosting the economy in general. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who was present at the opening ceremony, promised to ensure the safety and security of people. He also said that every citizen has access to the Blue Rail as long as you have a Cowrie card or the Lagos State Identification Card.
Just completed the very first commercial journey on the Blue Line. I think you've all had a wonderful experience this morning, and I think we've seen that indeed, when we put our hearts to ensuring that we can do the very best in our environment, we can get it to work. And so I'm extremely excited with work that Lamata and all of the other stakeholders have done to ensure that we can keep with the date, we can keep our commitment to start this operation on the 4th of September 2023. And so I was, as I say, addressed as the head of the train operators to ensure that simple safety and security procedures were kept throughout the journey, how passengers needed to embark and disembark, how they needed to ensure that they keep, with the safety and security of the train. When the doors open, how not to ensure that you all rush out. You have to ensure that passengers disembark first from the trains before you come in, you that are coming in to join at the various stations, all of these very simple safety and security things were complied with during and throughout this journey. Let me honestly commend all of our leaders, all of the people that have stepped straight with modern Lagos we have today. You can see that on this journey, we have some of our leaders in the state, the British senators, members of the National Assembly, serving and former. But more importantly, I think it's important for us to acknowledge the great work that Mr. President, Isaac-Yerokun, who was the top governor in Lagos State, who started with a vision of the Lagos State urban mass transportation system with the creation of Lamata way back in 2003 or 2004 thereabout. It's from that master plan that we have all involved to have straight master plan infrastructure, the road master plan infrastructure, and all of the deliveries that we have seen today.
The Blue Rail Line project, according to the Lagos State government, will run solely on electricity upon completion, although it is currently running on locomotive. It is a 37 kilometers rail line. However, only 13 kilometers has been completed, and work is ongoing to commission the rest. In an interview with the Deputy Governor, Femi Amzat, he said that this project is fulfilling the promise this administration made to the citizens. The Deputy Governor said the government is working hard to provide relief to Lagosians by making sure that the water, road and rail modes of transportation is highly effective in the city.
We have 0.4% of land mass of Nigeria, but we have 11% of the population. So it means we have a lot of people. So one of the biggest challenges for us is how do we move people without wasting time on the road. So a city like Lagos must have all the intermodal, rail, water and road. So this is fulfilling the commitment that this administration made to Lagosians that we will solve those problems. The red line is on stream, water transportation has picked up, and then of course we are building a lot of roads. So it's the commitment to make sure that we move Lagosians as confidently as possible, as peaceful as possible, and as seamless as possible. So again, remember, we have Lagos State has the transportation master plan. So part of that plan is to make sure that we use all the three modes: water, rail, and road. And this is a fulfillment of that commitment. We created what is called a cowrie card. So the cowrie card allows people to buy things without any problem. They can buy at various stations, they can buy at different places, and it's not expensive. So one of the things that we've done, if you look, a lot of people are wearing our buses. So the same cowrie card will be used for the rail. So the moment you buy that cowrie card, you can use it for your buses, you can use it for the ferries, and you can use it for the rail. So it's the same thing. So for the average Lagosian, as long as you have your cowrie card, it doesn't matter. You can use any mode of transportation as far as where you are concerned.
The primary impact of the Lagos Blue Rail is the potential for enhanced transportation efficiency. The system can significantly reduce travel times and alleviate traffic congestion on Lagos roads. Commuters will no longer have to rely solely on road networks, which are often overloaded, but can instead travel comfortably and conveniently on the rail, leading to reduced commute times and increased productivity.
The launching of this light rail in Lagos is going to be very historic. It's going to be a memorable day for Lagos State. Yeah. Now, with the launching of this train, I think I had the experience today by going on that train from Marina to Mile 2 under 20 minutes. A journey that would normally have taken about 1 hour at this time of the day is quite a departure from the past. I want to congratulate Governor Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu for this accomplishment. When I got on the train, I discovered that The trains were comfortable. The cars in the train were comfortable, very comfortable and clean. And I hope this will be sustained. Not only that, the travel time was shortened because we travel another 20 minutes to get to Mile 2. And normally by the road it's going to take about 1 hour. Also, it shows we are maximizing the modes of transportation in Lagos. We are using the road already. The inland waterways are being used by ferry, Lagos State Ferry. Sometimes that, and going by rail now is another experience, which I think is very good for the commuters in Lagos.
It's a beautiful one actually, because it's a number of crowd out here, you understand? So it's the first of its kind along this particular route, and the first of its kind in Lagos. So we actually love it, you know. We as commuters ourselves from this particular location, from this Mile 2 end to Marina, to Island, to Lekki and its environs, we really appreciate the state government for this particular innovation, and kudos to them, kudos to them, kudos to them.
At least we want it all over the Nigeria. So we help people like us, or the workers, or the businessmen. And we help them to do their business. At least from here to Marina now is about 30 minutes journey. So it's better than to stay in the hold up. We thank the government, more especially the Lagos state government, for the marvelous work they did.
It is something that everybody needs to appreciate, because this is my first time of entering this trade. And I am very happy for what government has been doing so far, especially today when I see it with my own eyes. Now we need to appreciate government and at the same time to try to do one or two things, at least as our own contribution, to sell the ideologies of the government to the public, so that everybody will know what is really going on, especially in Lagos here.
I've actually been expecting this for a long time, and the signs are there, you know, trying to caution people as well, you know, trying to cross over the particular road tracks so that they don't avert danger to themselves as well. So I think warning on a particular electricity, it's a good one actually, because the power plant will not be interrupted. So instead of warning on any particular diesel or fuel, this particular one is a new innovation and it's a welcome development.
Everything is very good, but we want them to improve on doing other lane, like going from Mile 2 to Okokomaiko. We are pleading for the state government to do that one as soon as possible.
Traders and business owners will be able to access more customers and clients with enhanced connectivity. The Blue Rail line would generate new growth prospects for businesses, allowing them to increase their geographic reach. Furthermore, the Blue Rail line services have successfully interconnected various parts of Lagos, allowing for faster and more convenient travel within the city. With multiple stations strategically positioned across different residential and commercial areas, citizens now have better access to crucial destinations such as employment hubs, educational institutions, healthcare facilities, and entertainment venues.
Wow, riding in this Blue Rail line in Lagos is a worthwhile experience. I've had smiles all over my face since I entered this train. It's a beautiful experience, I must say.
The Blue Rail services encourages environmental sustainability. The use of the rail services will significantly reduce greenhouse gas emissions compared to other modes of transportation, such as cars and buses. Lagos can contribute to efforts aimed at minimizing air pollution and improving air quality by encouraging more people to use the Blue Rail services. In addition, the development of the Blue Rail services can attract investment, create job opportunities, and improve overall productivity.
when you look at Lagos, the population of Lagos is about 22 million to about 25 million. And the number of trips that we have to cater for in a day is about 26 million. So the only way we can actually cater for this amount of trips is to move them in mass from one point to the other. So the rail project is monumental in helping us to move people in mass from one point to the other. So it's a significant landmark, and it would help to decongest some of our corridors in Lagos. So basically, we have developed a strategic transport master plan, which highlights about several rail lines that we want to develop. The government has picked the first two, and we're going to be working with the private sector to ensure that they run the operation. So the government has developed the fixed infrastructure, and then we want the private sector to come in, buy the rolling stock, and then run the operation so that it becomes a PPP partnership. Now, other rail lines are open to the private sector. We're doing a feasibility study on most of them, and then we're showing how viable those rail lines are, and then we want the private sector to come in and negotiate with the state government so that they can begin to build more of the rail lines and then operate them. So we're open to business with the private sector. We have demonstrated that it can be done in Lagos. We have built the first two. We want the private sector to come in and then develop the other rail lines that we have in Lagos. So I think what is important here is that we're developing the rail line, we're developing our water transport, we're developing the bus system, and then most importantly, we're integrating that in such a way that it becomes seamless from one mode to the other. We have the Cowrie card, which we commissioned about 2 years ago, and that allows people to move from one mode to the other seamlessly without paying for them individually. That makes public transport cheaper, and it makes it attractive to the public. Now, in terms of bringing the private sector in, so we have a PPP office that we would negotiate it with. So they have to develop an economic model. We look at the economic model, we look at how viable the whole operation would be, and then the government will play its part, and then we want the private sector to come in and play their part. So there's a risk that the government must take, there's a risk that the private sector must take, and then we'll negotiate that, and then together we go into partnership and then make sure that we run the operation. So that's the model that we have on the table for now.
For Lamata, we have a mandate. And the mandate is, or the vision of Lamata is to provide seamless mobility for the people of Lagos. So for us, this is something we have been pursuing for a while. It is part of our strategic master plan. And it being in our strategic master plan says we must implement. And so for us, we have been driving towards this time. The vision of the state is that we must have an integrated intermodal integrated transport system. And this is just the actualization of that vision. So from Lamata's perspective, we put a lot of effort into it. From the state's perspective, there's been huge drives getting us where we are, and obviously we're moving forward. There's 6 lines, 6 metro lines and 1 monorail within the strategic transport master plan. So this is the first of it. The blue line is the first. The next one that will come up in the next couple of months will be the red line. And after that, we have 4 others that we will begin to look at. So for us, in terms of access, one thing Lagos has been doing, we've been talking about intermodal integrated, right? Or integrated intermodal. So that means one of the things of integration, one of the mindsets of integration is that we have various forms of integration. We have location integration, we have system integration, and then we have fare integration. And that's why every form of regulated transportation in Lagos, you will be using our card, the Cowrie card. So to access this rail system, you will need the Cowrie card, you will load it, and you will use it on the train. So all you need to do is have your card, put your money on it, and you come, you tap, and you have access. Like I said, this is the first of many. This is the first of 6 metro systems and 1 monorail. So every single one, and I can reel them up for you and you'll see why I say that, it actually connects the major parts of Lagos. And when we're talking integrated intermodal, that means that I can connect, sometimes I can connect via this rail system, or I can connect via the buses, I can connect via the ferries. So the first one is this one. It goes, the first phase of it is what we're looking at, which is from Marina to Mile 2. It will continue, and the second phase will be signed off today by Mr. Governor. That will continue to Okokomaiko. The second one is the blue line from Agbado all the way to Marina. The first phase of that will be from Agbado to Oyingbo, and then the second phase will go from Oyingbo to Marina. We have the yellow line which will go from Ota to National Theatre. We have the orange line that will come from
Agboa in Ikorodu to Ikeja. We have the purple line that will go from Mowe to Lasu, and we have the green line that will come from Marina to Lekki. So when you see what I've spoken about, you will realize that there is we're covering literally all of Lagos with rail. And the good thing about it is that there's connectivity between those rail systems as well. So the one that's going from, say the orange line will connect with the red in Ikeja, for instance. The blue line will connect with the purple line in Lasu. So when you look at the network, it's well connected. And then on top of that, we're hugely connected with the buses, we're hugely connected with the waterways.
When completed, the entire 37 kilometers rail line is expected to carry about 500,000 passengers daily, further alleviating the challenges faced by Lagosians. While the blue line waits to be electrified in about 4 weeks, the red line is planned to be operational by the end of the year. A promise made, a promise kept. This will build a greater Lagos.
Greater Lagos.
The introduction of the Blue Rail system marks an important milestone in the realm of transportation and urban development in Lagos State. It is no doubt that this initiative will not only enhance the quality of life, but will also reduce pollution and congestion, benefiting the environment and Lagosians as a whole. Thank you for staying with us today. Trust us to always bring you exciting updates about Lagos. Till we come your way next time, I am Lucy Nyambi and I remain your host. Bye-bye.
Greater Lagos. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó àjùmọ̀ṣe ni.